Have you ever heard of a town that just vanished? Not in a storybook, but in real life. Imagine waking up one morning, and the town you've always known is slowly being erased from existence. This isn't a sci-fi movie plot. It's the strange and true story of Centralia, Pennsylvania, a modern-day ghost town with a fire burning right beneath its feet. Let's rewind to the 1950s. Centralia was a bustling little town, home to around 1,000 people, mostly miners, and their families. It was a typical American community, built on the rich coal seams that lay underground. Life was predictable, maybe a little tough, but stable. Kids played in the streets, families gathered for Sunday dinners, and the coal industry provided for everyone. It was a town with a future, or so everyone thought. But in May of 1962, a seemingly small event would trigger a catastrophe that would last for decades and is still burning to this day. What was it? A routine trash burn at the town landfill. It sounds harmless enough, right? Except this landfill was located in an abandoned strip mine pit. And unfortunately, it was a pit with an unsealed opening leading directly into the labyrinth of old coal mines beneath the entire town. A fatal oversight. The fire from the landfill ignited a coal seam. At first, no one thought much of it. They tried to put it out, of course, but underground fires are notoriously difficult to extinguish. It was like trying to put out a fire in a maze, blindfolded. For years, life in Centralia carried on with a strange new normal. Smoke and steam would mysteriously rise from cracks in the ground, and a faint smell of sulfur hung in the air. People tried to ignore it, patching up the cracks in their yards and basements. They hoped it would just burn itself out, but the fire was relentless, a silent monster growing stronger beneath their homes. By the late 1970s and early 80s, the situation escalated dramatically. The ground temperature in some areas started to rise significantly, with reports of soil reaching hundreds of degrees. Carbon monoxide and other toxic gases began seeping into basements, causing residents to fall ill. Trees started to die, their roots literally cooked by the subterranean heat. The breaking point came in 1981 when a 12-year-old boy named Todd Dombuski fell into a sinkhole that suddenly opened up in his backyard. The ground, hot to the touch, crumbled beneath him, revealing a deep, steaming pit. He was saved only by grabbing onto a tree root until his cousin pulled him out. The incident made national headlines. It was undeniable proof that the ground was literally collapsing beneath the town. Living in Centralia was no longer just unpleasant. It was deadly. The government finally had to step in. In 1984, Congress allocated more than $42 million to relocate the residents of Centralia. It was a controversial decision. Some families had lived there for generations and refused to leave their homes. Despite the obvious dangers, they fought to stay, creating a deep divide in the community. But house by house, family by family, the town emptied out. The government began demolishing the abandoned buildings to prevent squatters and accidents. By the 1990s, the U.S. government had condemned all the properties and revoked the town's zip code. The once thriving community was systematically dismantled. Today, if you visit Centralia, you'll find an eerie silence. Most of the buildings are gone, reclaimed by nature. What's left are overgrown streets arranged in a grid, a few lonely cemeteries standing as the last testament to the community that once was, and a stretch of abandoned highway known as the Graffiti Highway, covered in decades of colorful messages from visitors. And, of course, the smoke. On a cold day, you can still see plumes of steam and smoke rising from fissures in the earth, a constant reminder of the fire that continues to burn below. Experts estimate there's enough coal underground to fuel the fire for another 250 years. Centralia is a town lost, not to war, not to a flood or an earthquake, but to an invisible fire that slowly, relentlessly consumed it from within. It's a haunting story of how a small mistake can lead to an unstoppable disaster, leaving behind nothing but memories and a fire that may outlive us all. Thank you for watching this deep dive into one of history's most unusual true stories. If you found this as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more forgotten histories. See you next time.